Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, or Amylouise. I am a makeup artist of 13 years and today I am going to show you how I created this beautiful, very blue look. It looks harder than it is, honestly, but it's not. And I would hold it up, but it's bloody massive. I'm using the PLOUISE worldie palette. I'll put a picture up here. It is massive, so I don't want to hold it up. But that is what I'm using. I'm also using a pigment from Queen Flutters on Instagram. I'll leave a link below. I'm using the shade Malibu. I'm using a couple of the, well, I'm using the PLOUISE base 2 and Touch of Frost and the black pin Feed Black. That is what I'm using for this look, so let's jump straight on in. Okay, so I've already primed from my brow to my lash line with the PLOUISE base 2. I always do that, and I've not used a lot of it, just enough to prime. I don't want it thick and cakey. Now on my palette, you can maybe see down here, I also have a little bit of the Touch of Frost base, and I'm going to use a nice big fluffy brush. This one is from the Beauty Bay Iconic set. There isn't a number or anything, so I can't tell you exactly which brush it is, but it's a nice big fluffy brush. I'm just picking that up and then working it into my brush a little bit. Just, you don't want to overload the brush. And then I'm just going to tap this on my lid in the overall shape of what I want this look to be. And I'm doing this because I'm using pastel kind of shades on the outer edge, and I don't want them to be lost completely within all the darker shades, which can very easily happen. They can just kind of disappear, fade into the background. So I'm just lightly buffing this in. It doesn't have to be the exact shape, but you want it in the rough idea of the shape so that it helps later on. Like, it's almost like an invisible wall. It's like your foundation for your look. So you just do it in the shape of your look and then build your shadows on top, and all your lighter shades are going to be more intensified so that they can stand up against the darker shades a little bit better. Okay, I just realised I didn't have my lights on, so they are now on. Sorry for the light change. I'm going in with the Jessup 223 Petite Eye Blender, and I'm going in with the darkest blue shade in the palette called San Francisco. And when you look at this brush, it is domed, it is dense, and it is quite small. And all I'm going to do is I'm bouncing this into the outer corner of my eye, through my crease, but I'm not going to take it all the way into my inner corner. Kind of doing this horseshoe shape, and I'm not doing circular motions, I'm not blending this, I'm just tapping this in. This entire look is just built on tapping shades in, and these shades do kind of just blend themselves. I'm now taking the Morphe M456 and the shade Sky High, and I'm going to do pretty much the exact same thing. I'm not actively blending this look, it blends itself. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just literally half on, half off, tapping over the darkest blue shade, and I'm just tapping the entire time. And you will see it blends itself. So even if you are really not good at makeup, as long as you are able to tap up and down, you can do this look. I'm now taking a JH33 from the Morphe and Jacqueline Hill collection, and I'm going in with the shade Europe. Again, I'm just going to go half on, half off the previous shade and just tap on over. I'm trying to keep it in that shape that I created with the darkest blue, but all I'm doing is tapping. Okay, again, it's just blending itself. I'm now going in with the Sigma E35 and the shade Europe, which is the lightest blue in the palette, and I'm just going to tap on over as well. Like literally just like no blending, just tapping. All I'm doing. I know I keep saying it, but it's literally all I'm doing is tapping. When you get to the winged out area, you're just going to tap on over that too, in that same shape. Just like that. And then I'm just going to, for the very like last bit, I'm just going to go from the outer and I'm just going to flick out just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right back to the beginning and I'm going to do the exact same thing. The only thing I'm not going to do is put the base on again, because obviously you don't need to. You just need to go in with your very first shadow, which is San Francisco. So I'm going to go and do that. Okay, back. This is all blended and just dreamy. I'm just going to have a quick coffee break. Yes, that is my face. One of my patrons actually made me this. She sent me the hat and the glasses like randomly in the post, and I took a picture laughing, thinking that she was a fool, and clearly I was the fool, because then she turned that picture into a mug. On the other side it actually has a little message. I don't know if you can see this. It says, "Hello, my name is Amy and I love everything pink," which, if you know me, you know is completely false. Heidi, we know it's not true. I have never been a pink fan, and yet Heidi loves pink, and Heidi is one of my patrons. If you want to join, there is a link down below, but Heidi is one of my patrons and she loves pink, and so I try and do pink looks and stuff for her, and for a few of my other patrons like Adriana, she loves pink too. I am not a fan of pink, but I am slowly collecting things because I want to do like a full pink look, like hair, makeup, like I might even paint my skin pink, like a whole hog pink look. So keep an eye out for that. It will be coming soon. Okay, so we're at this point. I'm gonna take my Collection Glam Crystals glitter glue and just a flat brush, any one will do. This one I actually got in my kit when I first trained to be a makeup artist at 16. So this brush is very old. This brush is like 15 years old. Oh my god, no, 14 years old. That is ridiculous. So 14-year-old, and it's still going strong. I do have a couple of brushes from when I was training still, and I don't really use them, to be honest. I use this one just because it is good. It is flat, it's a good shape and size, and it works well for glitter glue and stuff. And it literally says domed eyeshadow brush. Can you see that? Domed eyeshadow brush on there. That is how old this is. So I'm just gonna place this glitter glue on my lid in a cut crease kind of shape, and then stick this pigment on top. I'm not doing anything very specific, I'm just kind of tapping this on, and I want as little product on the outer edge so that I can fade the pigment a bit more. And then I've got the Malibu pigment from Queen Flutter, and I'm just using a Jessup 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush. And while that glue is setting down a little bit, I don't want to go in while it's still wet, I want to go in when it's tacky. And this glue, because I use such a small amount, it does dry pretty quick. So then I'm just going to tap on this pigment right on over the top. Can we just appreciate this pigment? Okay, I'm just going to take that first brush that I used with the darkest shade San Francisco, the Jessup 223, and I'm just going to pat on over the very edge just to kind of blend the shimmer into the darkest blue. I don't want it to be hidden, but I do want a little bit more of a blend there. So I'm just tapping into that. And what it'll do is it's not going to cover the glitter, but it's kind of going to mix into it and deepen the outer edge, and that'll fade into the lightest area, which would be like the middle and the inner corner. And again, I'm just tapping over. So it looks something like this. Now, I'm going to do something that I don't do all that often just because of the kind of look this is. I feel like I do need to do my lower lash line before I do my base. So I'm going to go in with the Fresh Ink Feed Black Pen. You could obviously just use a black eyeliner if you want. I don't actually own black eyeliners anymore because I got rid of them all because honestly I have this and I don't really use eyeliners anymore. I just use like the PLOUISE paints or the bases in my waterline. For me, they just work a lot better, they last longer, and they're more pigmented than a pencil that I could put in my waterline. So I'm just going to pop this into my waterline. I'm going to take a JS13 and the shade San Francisco, and I'm just going to buff that right on into that black. I just really wanted like the depth and the drama. And I've not primed my eye in any sort of way. I've got sunscreen on under my eye and that is it. I'm just going to join that up at the outer corner. And then I'm going to take the M456 and the shade Sky High, so the second brush that we use, and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to go in with Europe and the JH33, do the same thing. I'm basically just going through the same shades below as I did above. And I'm going to connect it up to this wing. And then the E35 and the shade Worldie. Yes, I realise this is kind of looking a little raccoonish, but it comes together in the end, I promise. Okay, so we're making a little bit of a mess. It's fine, honestly. I'm going to take my reusable cotton round and I'm just going to clean up. Okay, mascara top and bottom. The bin man is right outside my house. I'm sorry it's so loud. I'm going to go in with the Attitude Iconic Lashes. Okay, so I look a little bit crazy because I've not got like the rest of my face on, but I'm going to go ahead and do my base and then I will be right back and we'll just finagle with the end result. This is looking a little dramatic. Let's be fair, this is looking a little bit dramatic right now. Let's see what we look like once I've got my base on. Okay, back. Base is on, literally like the quickest base ever. I'm just going to go into my ABH Aurora palette and pop the shade Orion. Can we see this? So Orion, just here, the blue. I'm just going to pop this on my inner corner. Just for like a little bit of brightness. Then I'm going to take a highlighting brush. I'm going to take a little bit of that and just pop that on my cheeks. And then I'm just going to go into the gold shade Eclipse for like my face, like my nose and my forehead and stuff. And then I'm going to put a little bit of that over the top of the blue too. Just because I don't want it to just be like, wow, you've got blue on your cheeks kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go and like finagle a little bit with like on the shades, like the outer edge and stuff. I did get a little too close with my concealer. So I'm just going to go through, no extra product on my brush, just go through the brushes in order of what I use them for the look, and just blend that out a little bit, and that'll also make the blend into the concealer just that little bit more seamless. Okay, that is like the full face done. I've just like quickly brushed my hair because it's going under a cap, honestly. And I'm gonna look a little, literally all you're gonna see is my eyes today because I'm not like again. But if I didn't film today, you wouldn't get a video this week because I'm working 6 days. So I need to film these looks and go to work on the same day. But yeah, this is everything. What do you think? I love this look. Like, I love this look. I love how easy these shadows are to blend. Like, this is an amazing palette. If you haven't already tried the PLOUISE shadows, definitely try them. They're big, they're bulky, but they're worth it because they are so easy to blend. They're so easy to work with. They're highly pigmented, just creamy, buttery, amazing shadows. They're just stunning. This palette is probably my favorite of all of the PLOUISE eyeshadow palettes. Like, it is stunning. Like, look at that. Like, if you like a rainbow palette, definitely try this one. And she does often do deals and things. These, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not affiliated, I don't get any money from you buying these things. I will link it down below. I always link whatever products I use down below, but some are affiliates. I'm not an affiliate for PLOUISE. I kind of wish I was because I love her products and I'm always using them. I like to play with the sand in this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm basically a child. But yeah, I'm not affiliate. I'm not gonna make any money out of you buying this or any of the other products. The lip colour is another PLOUISE. It's one of the lip bases. It's the shade All Night. These are really comfortable. Yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you've got any video ideas or looks that you want to see me create. And do you have this palette? Let me know what you think, because honestly, this is probably like one of my favorite all-time palettes, and I should definitely use it more. I try and not use a palette too often because I feel like it's gonna get boring for you guys, so I like actively stop myself using this because I love this palette. It's so good. But yeah, let me know if there's any looks you want to see me do with this or any other palettes. Yeah, let me know, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Subscribe.